Hi guys, let's start with our chapter 3 today. Our chapter 3 name is Movement into and out of cells. So we are focusing on how the cells are having different movements. Our main topic areas are we need to learn that how the matter behaves at the particle level, describe different states of matter through particle behavior. First, we need to understand what are the particle characteristics. So, we have three states of particles. Number 1 is solid, number 2 liquid, and number 3 is gases. Solids, what are their behavior? They are fixed in their position and they are close together. Liquids, particle close but can move, slide past each other. So, they are close but not as the solids are. And then the third is gases, particles far apart, move freely in all directions. Now we are going to learn about a concept called as diffusion. This is a fundamental transport mechanism. The definition of diffusion is movement of particles from high to low concentration regions. The importance is it's critical for cellular processes and biological system. In real world example, we have dialysis. We have a kidney failure treatment. When kidney stops working, unwanted blood substances accumulates. Dialysis machine removes these substances. Process involves blood flow through thin membrane. Unwanted substances diffuse into dialysis fluid and then clean blood returns to the body. Next concept is also very important, that is osmosis, spatial diffusion of water. Now what are the key characteristics here? Number 1, water movement through partially permeable membrane. Partially permeable membrane we studied in our old chapter as well, where I have told you that partially means that it does not allow fully particles to transfer through, to cross through the membrane. If it is not partial, then it is fully permeable. It means it allows all substances to pass through. Number 2 characteristic of osmosis, it occurs from less concentrated to more concentrated solution. Osmosis in animal cell, pure water environment, water enters the cell membrane stretches out and then cell eventually bursts. Second is concentrated solution in environment, water leaves cell, cytoplasm shrinks and cell membrane contracts. Osmosis in plant cell, how does it occur? It has unique characteristics. Cell wall prevents bursting, maintains structural integrity, and then it also develops turgor pressure. Turgor pressure, it keeps the plant cell firm, supports plant structure, helps maintain leaf rigidity. These small points, if you remember, it will greatly help you in your biology MCQs and in the longer questions as well. Main tip is to retain in your memory the key points. We have another important concept here, which is active transport. It moves molecules against concentration gradient. It requires cellular energy. It enables cells to maintain specific internal conditions. Next, what is water potential? It is a measure of water tendency to move. And then it is influenced by number 1, solute concentration, number 2, pressure, and then number 3 is membrane permeability. Experimental considerations, factors affecting diffusion rate, concentration gradient. Always keep into your mind, these are the points that can give you exact marks, what they are looking for, these terminologies. Temperature is another factor that is affecting diffusion rate. Membrane surface area and the molecular size. Key takeaways here: diffusion and osmosis are fundamental to cellular function. Cell membranes play a crucial role in molecular transport. Different cell types respond uniquely to environmental conditions. So you cannot apply the rule of one cell to another, as they all have unique patterns. Some examination questions have focused on osmosis in animal versus plant cells, so you also need to keep it in your mind. Describe factors affecting diffusion rate. Discuss the importance of turgor pressure in plant. So you always need to consider, whenever you are going to answer these questions, what are the membrane permeability, concentration gradients when analyzing cellular transport mechanism. Next we have transport in cells, diffusion, osmosis and active transport diffusion, which is molecular movement. Key characteristics here are the definition: net movement of molecules, ions from high to low concentration. Next, driven by random molecular movement and kinetic energy. It occurs without requiring cellular energy. Dependent on factors like temperature, concentration gradient, surface. Factors affecting diffusion rate. What are the factors that affect diffusion rate? Increase in temperature, it speeds up molecular movement. Larger concentration gradient, it increases diffusion speed. And then greater surface area, it facilitates faster molecular exchange. Some of the examples of diffusion: oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange through cell membranes. Molecular movement in a jar jelly experiment. Osmosis, water movement, core principles. Movement of water through partially permeable membranes. See the importance of this terminology, it came again now. Water flows from high water potential to low water potential. Next, critical for cellular water balance. Alright, next is cellular response in osmosis. Animal cell burst in pure water, shrink in concentrated solution. Plant cell become turgid in pure water, become flaccid in concentration solutions. Cell wall prevent bursting. Active transport, another important concept: energy driven movement. Fundamental concept: movement of particles against concentration gradient. Require cellular energy from respiration. Mechanism, key components: specialized carrier protein in cell membrane. Energy provided by mitochondrial respiration. Enables cellular uptake of low concentration substances. Practical example, we have root hair cells take up nitrate ions from soil, concentrate ions against natural diffusion gradient, use carrier protein to transport ions. Next, we have an experimental investigation. T diffusion. Potential questions can be: impact of water, temperature on molecule diffusion, effect of tea bag type on substance extraction, influence of milk addition on molecular movement. Experimental design concentration include change only one independent variable, carefully measure dependent variable, standardize other experimental conditions. Some exam style questions and their strategies. Common topics include differentiating between diffusion, osmosis and active transport, understand energy sources for cellular processes, analyze experimental design and results. Key exam preparation tips: understand molecular movement mechanisms, know energy requirements for different transport processes, practice interpreting the graphs and experimental data provided in the case studies. Ion concentration dynamics, cellular versus environmental ion levels. Cells can maintain different ion concentration compared to surrounding environment. Active transport enables precise ion management. Okay, so active transport enables ion management. Next we have movement mechanism. Concentration gradient guide initial movement. Carrier proteins facilitates targeted transport. Cellular energy supports against gradient movement. So you have to learn the topic. You can create visual diagrams, you can write the short form of how the transport mechanism work, you can solve multiple practice questions, and you can always try to understand the underlying energy principles. We will be doing the past papers question practice once we finish all our 20 chapters of the syllabus, and then for individual each and every chapter we will do the past papers as well, including the revision. Next, diffusion and osmosis study. Alright, so how diffusion in living organism occurs. Definition: net movement of particles from high to low concentration driven by random molecular movement. Examples: plant gas exchange, carbon dioxide diffuses into leaves through stomata, oxygen diffuses out of leaves driven by concentration differences. Next we have cellular diffusion. Gases and solutes move through cell membranes. Oxygen and carbon dioxide easily pass through. Diffusion mechanism: gases move freely through cell membranes. Solutes, dissolved particle, move through cytoplasm. Energy comes from random molecular motion. We can investigate diffusion, like we can take smaller cubes with larger surface area, and then we can see that the diffusion rate is faster. Surface area to volume ratio also impacts diffusion rate. Greater surface area, more diffusion. Factors affecting diffusion: number 1, temperature. Higher temperature increase molecular movement. Concentration gradient, larger differences speed up diffusion. Distance, shorter distances facilitate faster diffusion. Surface area, larger surface areas increase diffusion rate. Next, fundamental of osmosis. Water biological importance. Comprises of 80% of organism mass, body mass. Critical solvent for nutrient transport, waste removal, enzymatic processes. Osmosis mechanism: movement of water molecules through partially permeable membrane driven by water potential gradient. Water potential concept: high water potential dilute solution, low water potential concentrated solution. Key characteristic is water moves from high to low potential. Solute molecules cannot pass through membrane. Fundamental to cellular water management. Some practical applications: biological systems like kidney dialysis, plant water uptake, cellular hydration. Membrane characteristics include extremely thin, selectively permeability, allows specific molecule passage. With this we have finished our third chapter, and then we are going to move on with our next chapter. See you soon.